One of the most common questions we get here at Additure is how do you qualify metal AM parts? In fact, more significantly, people actually ask us, can we provide qualified parts? It's quite a huge question and one of the main challenges of people adopting laser powder bed and WAM technology. So in order to help me answer that question, we're lucky enough to have Rob Higham here over at Additure today, who we can discuss that with openly. Rob, nice to have you here. Yeah, please introduce yourself. I won't do you a disservice and do it wrong, so I'll let you introduce yourself, please.
Thanks, Ian. So, yeah, I'm Rob Higham. I'm Director and Owner of Additive Manufacturing Solutions Limited. So our goal is to support the industrialisation of additive manufacturing, in particular focused on metals. My personal background is qualification of parts and process for aerospace products. That means that I'm hopefully relatively well placed today to aid this conversation about what does qualification mean, how do we take a part through this qualification process, and how can Additure help you on that journey.
So I often start, Rob, with my stock answer actually when we're asked about qualifying metal AM parts. My riposte to that is that here at Additure, and in fact any service bureau or contract parts manufacturer, we can provide externally audited processes that are stamped and accredited by relevant organisations, of which there are many now, and we can also provide a validated material. What we can't then do is take that part onwards to qualification, and that's where there's a handover to the end user, where they then take that information and go to their regulatory bodies and the regulatory frameworks in order to qualify the part in service. Firstly, in your opinion, is that a fair response? I hope the answer to that is yes. And could you please just embellish on those aspects a little bit more from your experience?
Absolutely. It's a totally fair response first and foremost, and what's really important to remember here is qualification is what allows us to use this product in our final assembly, our final product, whether that's airworthy, road boring or whatever that might be.
Yeah.
Now the reality is the regulatory bodies will set expectations of what would a qualification look like. And that is down to data traceability. So you need to make sure your supplier is of a qualified status, that's accredited, that needs to be able to conform to certain levels of requirements. You absolutely have that here at Additure. So that's the first process.
Yeah.
Next up, we then start to look at the feedstock, the design, and the process combination. The final design has to meet the requirements of the end user, environmental loading criteria, etc., etc.
Yeah.
The qualification has to take a snapshot of that. So that really is always going to be the end user. The end user should set the requirements of the part, and they should validate that any manufactured component meets that expectation. As a service bureau, as a manufacturer, as someone providing parts for a customer, the essential part in that case is validated material and confidence in the process. And that is absolutely what Additure can offer. Confidence in your process because you have validated your own processes, which you will then conform to. The specifics then in terms of what is a qualification is down to data confidence for mechanical performance to make sure you meet the design intent. Unless you've designed the part, the design intent is held with your end user.
Yeah.